Most of your life isn't actually being lived by you. It just feels like it is. You wake up, check your phone, say the same kinds of things, react the same ways, make the same mistakes, and somehow call it choice. But if you really stop and look at it, most of what you do is automatic. It's patterns, habits, old scripts playing on repeat. You're not deciding as much as you think. You're remembering. Your brain doesn't really live in the present. It can't. It's constantly reaching backward, pulling from memory, from past experiences, from old emotions, and using that to predict what's coming next, like a driver trying to move forward while staring into the rearview mirror. You call it intuition, instinct, just knowing, but a lot of the time it's just your past recycling itself. This is where things get dangerous, because if your past was limited, painful, or conditioned by fear, then your future will quietly start to look the same. Not because life has to be that way, but because your mind keeps projecting it that way. Carl Jung talked about this in a different language. He believed that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. And that's exactly what autopilot feels like. Life happening to you instead of something you're actively shaping. Think about your reactions, the way you get triggered, the types of people you're drawn to, the habits you can't seem to break. None of that is random. It's your subconscious running old programs, trying to make sense of the present using outdated maps. And the weird part, it feels normal. It feels like you. That's the trap. Because staying on autopilot is easy. It's efficient. Your brain loves it. It saves energy, avoids uncertainty, keeps everything predictable. But it also keeps you stuck. Same thoughts, same choices, same outcomes, different day. Breaking out of it isn't dramatic. There's no big moment where everything suddenly changes. It starts small and honestly uncomfortable. It's catching yourself before you react. It's questioning why you think the way you do. It's noticing patterns instead of blindly following them. It's realizing that just because something feels familiar doesn't mean it's right. The moment you start doing that, something shifts. You create space, just a little at first, between who you've been and what you choose next. And in that space, there's actual freedom. Not the fake kind where you do whatever you want, but the real kind where you're no longer being pulled entirely by your past. Because the truth is, if you don't become aware, you'll live the same year over and over again and call it a life. Autopilot is comfortable, but it comes at a cost, and that cost is your ability to actually choose.